good court position can be the difference between you losing a match and you winning a match. So whether you're just getting started and wanting to know the right basic court position, or if you play competitively and you want to improve your tactics, we've got you covered. Now we'll take you through the correct back court position, we'll take you through the correct net court position, and also at the end we're going to show you how you can work on it in your matches. Before we talk about court positions, it's really important you understand the objective in the point. Yes, you need to go from the back of the court to the front of the court, but you need to try and do it risk-free without opening spaces on your side of the court. But the idea is from the back of the court, you're not trying to hit winners, you need to place the ball so it gives yourself and your partner time to come to the net position, and then again you're trying to finish the point without taking too many risks. When it comes to the back court position, as a general guideline, you want to be in line with this separation of the glass or one big step back from the service line, and then laterally you want to be in line with that separation of the glass. You ideally want your partner to be in the same position on their side of the court, the same distance back from the line. If they go to the side and they play a shot nearer the glass, then you would move over slightly because you could potentially cover the middle. But in terms of your movement up and down the court, this is where you'd want to start. The most common error in this back court position is taking a step too far forward. There's a massive difference between being here and being one step further back when it comes to defending around the glass. And quite often, players will hit a ball and just wander into this zone as they're watching the point, and therefore putting themselves out of position. You've also got to remember that if you take some steps forward, you're also putting your partner out of position, because they will see out of the corner of their eye that you are approaching, and therefore they'll not be sure what they should be doing. So if you're staying back in this correct backcourt position, not only are you helping yourself, but you're helping your partner. Before we go into no man's land, which is one of the most difficult things for our members, when they send in their videos, that is definitely something that we pick up a lot, is getting stuck in that no man's land. I want to let you know that as being a member, you can send in your videos. Not only do you get access to all our courses, all of our roadmaps, over 350 videos, all structured to help your game, you can also send in your videos. Myself and the other coaches will help identify tactics that will work for you. When you want to take the net position, you need to hit a ball that gives you and your partner lots of time, like a lob, for example. Then you're going to move through this zone. At beginner and intermediate level, this is no man's land. From the service line to the second post, you want to move quickly through it. At a higher level, and you'll see the pros doing this, where they'll use it as a transition zone, where they may stop here before moving forward or back. Then you're going to move yourself all the way up to the second post, or one small step in front, and that is the correct net position. And it's really, really important that when you make that move forward, you go forward together as a pair, and that way you're not going to open up any gaps. When it comes to your net position, it's really important that you return to this base here. If you come forward for a shorter ball, for example, important that you go back to here, or the same if you move back for a bandeja, you want to make sure you always recover the net. If you hit a great shot and it looks like your opponent is really struggling, then you can take a step forward in preparation to finish the point, but for the majority of your point, you're going to be a small step in front of this second post. The common mistakes when it comes to your net position is getting too close. This is a big problem because every step you take close to the net, you leave more space behind you to lob, and actually it's not a huge advantage if you get that close anyway. And the other common error is that you end up drifting back into this no man's land during the point. Both of those often end up being subconscious and you don't realize you're doing it. But when you come forward, it opens up a gap for your partner that they would have to cover, and therefore they're in trouble as well. So just remember, not only are you helping yourself, you are helping your partner. An important aspect of your net position is also where you and your partner need to be laterally. If the ball is in the diagonal corner, I, on the cross court, will move a step closer to the net while my partner goes a bit closer to the fence, and that way we can cover the gaps. If the ball goes down the middle, we will both be symmetrical across this center line so that we're equal distance and we can cover the gaps. And if the ball goes into the corner down my line, I'm going to move across so that I can cover that down the line shot, and they will come towards the center line so that again we're covering all aspects of the court. So a really good way to work on this with you and your partner is to, before you start the point, Identify where you are on the court, make sure you're starting in the right point, and then when you play a point, immediately, right at the end, whenever the point is won or lost, just freeze on the court and have a look where you are so that at least you know if you've been in position or out of position. And every time it will be a little reminder for you so that you'll just get used to playing a point and making sure that you maintain a good court position rather than drifting during the point. If you get really good at your court position, it will help you implement all of your tactics, but it's not only important for you, it's really important for your partner. So make sure you share this with your partner so that you can both be on the same page. Up here, I'm going to put a video about a good tactic that you can implement once you've got your court position right. And then down here, I'm going to put a link to our membership, thepadelschool.com. You can get a 7-day free trial, and we have so many tactics courses on there, but also a place that you can send in your videos for analysis.